Sorry, everybody. We're not used to it being that short.
You didn't pick a long song.
I picked the longest one that YouTube had. We're still trying to share it out there in YouTube. I don't know. I'm hoping it changes pretty soon. There we go.
That bad. Sorry, y'all. Is it me or does anybody else have a black screen?
We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, meaning we weren't looking at the screen. We were trying to share it on social
like
medias. Sorry about that.
What you got? Linda Jacobs, hello. That's new.
So.
Yeah, broken hand. Poor girl.
Oh, I thought it said heart. Okay.
No.
So we got Mama Z's Texas Kitchen in the house, Mimsy's Garden, Homestead in the Highlands, TJ Miller, Linda Jacobs, Cecilia Jansen.
Down. You got it right, Cecilia.
Down under Farm and Forge. Duncan 1900. Anita's in the house. D's in the house. What's going on, everybody? What's up? The fat man has come and gone.
Are you talking about your dad or are you talking about Santa?
Take your pick. Take your pick.
I could have said, what are you talking about? You're still here.
Oh, we got Christmas jokes.
Oh, okay.
Right now, we're waiting on our tea.
Yes. Did you?
Hot tea. Yep, it's going to be in those.
Oh, score!
Yeah. Who's your daddy?
Sounds good on my end. Yeah, I think,
Doc's there too. What's up, diggity diggity
I got
Doc?
to talk to Doc today.
Oh, I heard all about it while you were out here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got to talk to Dee today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been on the road a lot lately, and for some reason, my phone, when I'm trying to talk on my phone, because my work phone is attached to my car, sometimes the sound on my phone is not very good if I put it on speaker. So Dee likes to talk. She is not a texter. And so I would still text her because I didn't want her to think that I had forgotten about her. So I send her a text a couple times a week, and she'll give me some short answers here or there. And I know that it's her way of telling me, thank you for checking in on me, but I'm not going to sit here and text with you.
She needs to get on Marco Polo.
I know, right?
Then you could.
Because then I could do that.
Blow her up Marco Polo style.
That's it.
So, I have been playing on my phone the last couple of days. And I have been giving people ringtones.
Oh, God. Not to mention your notification sound. Should I text you real quick?
No, I turned it on Do Not Disturb.
Oh, let me text you real quick.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get off of Do Not Disturb. I'm just having fun. My favorite one is the ringtone I gave Blaze yet. Did you do it?
Mm-hmm. Perfect timing. She said Marco is the bomb. There you go. So Darren said Boxing Day was great. Harvested mushrooms in a cook-up.
You should call me so everybody knows your ringtone.
So quick thing, Homestead in the Highlands, Cheryl reached out to me last week, and after all of our talk of what?
My boy from down under just gave me a good idea.
Who got the chicken sound?
I'm so hooking Doc up.
Why?
Because he choked the chicken.
Oh, yeah. So,
there's not really much to learn D, you download it, and then you mash the little red button that's in the center, and then you just talk, and then when you're done talking, you mash the button again.
It's fairly easy, but I understand.
360 Homesteads in the house. Whoop, whoop.
You gonna let me talk, or are you just gonna keep?
I thought Sydney said that you were supposed to be quiet for the first 30 minutes. I'm just repeating what Sydney said on the Marco Polo.
What he said was that if he wanted to see you die, that all we would have to do is have you ask me to stay quiet for 30 minutes.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, no. I mean, we are trying to talk to the VA about getting you percent for your hearing loss, so there's that. But anyway, back to Cheryl. Cheryl reached out to me because we've been covering some essential oils on the live streams, and so she was at the pharmacy and asked me, what different oils for pain and for insomnia and things like that. And so I told her a couple of different things, and then I didn't hear much more from her. I absolutely love the way that she talks, because I told her that and she was like, brilliant, and then that was it. I didn't hear anything else. So I was like, that's really cool how she said that. And so then the next day, I didn't hear from her until, I know that she's 5 hours ahead of us. So I knew it was late for her. And she's like, I can't go to sleep. And I was like, why not? Or that she messaged me and said, I didn't sleep well. I tried the lavender thing, but it didn't matter because I tried to go to sleep and Asher was ninja kicking me all night long. And I said, well, it sounds to me like you're not the one that needs the lavender. It sounds to me like Asher's the one that needs the lavender. Slap it on his feet. So then I didn't hear from her. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, did the lavender work? What happened? And so then my next message from her is she's in the bed and she's like, I'm just waking up.
Raptor, adjust fire, systemated over.
You just can't stand it, can you?
Raptor, this is Steel Rain, adjust fire, systemated out.
Potter kettle.
I mean, I've been doing really good with not interrupting you. And
you completely took us off the story of my ringtone.
No, I was talking before that.
November uniform, 67312.
Anyway, it works.
571 out.
She passed out. She slept really well. Her husband slept really well. And so it was really nice to have another success story where somebody was able to use, some essential oils to be able to help something that they had going on in their home.
That was Blaze's ringtone.
Yes, must be Blaze's ringtone. Yep, that is Blaze's ringtone.
So now that we've got pretty much
Hey, Two Family, what's up?
everyone in here, we want to. I don't know. A lot of y'all probably already know if you're part of the Roots and Refuge group or part of the Stivers group. The homesteading community lost a dear person.
Mark Avera.
This week. And it was really sad. We met him at the shindig. Is that where we met him?
I know that I'm pretty sure we've met him. If we haven't met him, I feel like we know him just through, he was at the Heartland Homesteaders picnic, and I remember talking to Sherry and Daryl about him, and I've seen him pop up in a bunch of different things. So, very nice guy. We've seen him in a couple of the when they would do their live streams, the night before the picnic and things like that. So I've definitely I know who he was. I knew that he always, anytime I ever saw him, he always had a smile on his face. And so that's a pretty big blow to the homestead community.
Yeah. So we just want to take this opportunity to ask you guys to keep his family and everybody that he has touched in your hearts and prayers, well wishes, and everything. He was a very vital and loving part to the homesteading community. And am I really seeing those numbers right?
Yes. I had to check it because I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
We have 196 people in here right now.
I'm not sure how.
Hey, thank you everybody for coming in. Hey, smash that like button that you're in here. This is the first time we broke 100 when it was just us.
His channel name
This is awesome.
is like Homestead on Avera Road or something like that. There you go, the house on Avera Road. Yeah. And then he did Scentsy. And so he had a separate channel just for his Scentsy stuff as well. That I think he had started back excuse me. I was looking back at his stuff, and I think he had a channel like a year ago. He was still doing stuff, so.
Yeah. So this is exciting. The day after Christmas, we broke 200, and we're still climbing. This is awesome.
Very cool.
Thank you guys for whoever
I bring the people in.
whoever shared and this is awesome.
So now the pressure's on.
Now we have to perform.
Where did all these people come from?
So this is awesome.
It is. It is very awesome.
It's a Christmas miracle.
So let's talk a little bit about our recap of what happened with our Christmas. We had some pretty funny things happen.
Well, the best thing was that Blaze was able to come home on leave.
Yes.
That was like the best Christmas
ever. Yeah.
And so we got to see him and all the changes that has happened in his life throughout his transformation and from going from a civilian to becoming a United States Marine.
Right.
And
is that her?
I don't know. Hello? Hello?
Oh,
I didn't even have your number. So now I got your number. So and it was awesome that it was bagpipes. So that's cool. That's cool. Everybody, this is Homestead in the Highlands who just wanted to call and say, I want to know what my ringtone was. Well, that's going to be your ringtone
is.
now. So, okay. See you in chat box.
That was awesome. So
back to Do Not Disturb before Sydney gets an idea.
Oh God. So Jason, the Blaze came home. We got to see, we've been talking to him on like a FaceTime kind of thing, but it was nice to see him in his transformation in person, So that was really cool.
Yeah. We got 245 people in here. 255 people in here. Can y'all smash that thumbs up button for us?
Yeah.
Help us with that YouTube algorithm.
Because it's obviously working a little bit because you guys got some
super
notifications to come on in here.
I'm super excited.
I know.
We have never. I think the only time that we had more than this is when Jess and Jeremiah were our guests. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is wonderful. This is a Christmas miracle.
So, Blaze came. Let's see. What happened with your mom's dog?
Who asked that one?
TJ. Who is calling you now?
I put it on Do Not Disturb.
That must be your default ringtone right now.
Really? Really? Everybody's got jokes tonight.
Oh my God, y'all are cracking me up. You better turn that stuff off.
I thought I did.
Give me your phone and talk to people.
Woo!
Oh my God, y'all.
360 Homestead said they got the notification for once. This is so awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I think like...
This is the pressure. And it's because all of y'all been smashing that thumbs up for us and helping us with that algorithm So, so Naked Gardener is here.
Oh God, here we go.
And so I really want to talk about the Naked Gardener channel for a minute. We absolutely love Tori, and I think she's doing great with her videos. They came and they said such nice and wonderful things about us. But Tori gave me my other Christmas present.
Yes.
This year, and it's great that we have over 200 people in here, because there's going to be 200 people in here that's going to get to watch me do my Sydney impression.
Oh God, who's calling? Oh, haha, we turned it off.
So Tori shared a video from a couple of years ago of Sydney.
Yes.
And basically, it was at Christmas time. I'm gonna set the mood. There was a beautiful Christmas tree.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had this like dance thing on the.
Yeah, it was a game.
It was
like,
a game.
so you think you can dance or something like that.
And so, this is all you saw. Okay. Now, this is the Naked Gardener, Sydney. Okay, and this is all you saw, because his back was like this.
Yeah.
And all you saw was...
You can't even see your butt, because that's all you got to see was his shaking hiney.
That's all you got to see. And so, it absolutely made my Christmas holiday.
Quebec Homestead, what's up?
And... it was great that he was doing the
You don't know what to do watching yourself in the feedback. Oh my goodness.
And now he was doing some kick moves and some other stuff in there.
Yep.
But
is that Sydney twerking?
That was
about what it was.
Yep, Sydney was in there trying to twerk. I think he threw a hip out one time, because he was trying to bend over and touch the floor and taking it to the wall, and just completely.
He said, "Okay, it's the wife's turn." And knew. Y'all wouldn't know what to do with that. Jason, the Chippendale dancer.
Becoming a farm girl. Hey, everyone.
Hello. Loved your farm tour with Naked Gardeners. First time joining live stream or live show. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome to everybody that's here.
Yeah. So, and you know what? They did an awesome job with that farm tour with us.
That farm tour was amazing.
Yeah. And when I posted on that post on Facebook of Tori's, I said, "Tori, thank you so much for posting this."
Yeah, that was so funny.
And she's like, "You're so welcome." I said, "We now have a topic for Saturday."
And she's like, "If you don't bring it up, I will." How do I unsubscribe to the channel again? If you can't figure that on your own, we can't help you.
Can't say you was photoshopped in that one, big boy.
Can you put my phone over there to charge, please, baby? So anyway, our Jason's parents came into town on Tuesday, set up, and then they came here on Wednesday. So they've kind of been here for quite a while, since Wednesday. They left this morning after coming and visiting one last time, and we had a really good Christmas. Like, it was a good visit.
Well, we almost didn't at first. And I think, and this is just a public service announcement right now. I think when, on holidays, when families get together, I think everybody thinks that it is a good idea to play Uno.
Hello, Lori Austin.
And if you have people in your family that are highly competitive, do not play Uno. Do not play Uno.
The play-by-play I was getting from that was hilarious.
Because that draw 4 card will definitely get people removed from wills.
What's up,
It will,
Broussard?
I think it will end marriages. I think kids will be
Out of wills.
You are dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and see, I don't know how y'all play Uno, but we combined like, I don't know, 12 decks. I mean, our stack of Uno cards is ever big.
It is. Wait, we have to split it in two.
I mean, I'm not making this up.
Mm-mm.
And we play Uno the way that if I throw down a draw 2 and Robin has a draw 2, she can play on top of it.
Right.
And then the next person, till it goes to somebody who doesn't have draw
one.
2. And then it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. However many people you got, how many times it goes around.
360s and we can't play Uno. It always ends up in table flipping.
Yep.
We were probably pretty close.
And then we also play that if you have to draw a card, you keep drawing until you can play. And so there are times, like there was times I had so many cards in my hand. I literally had to go, this is a stack of yellow, this is a stack of blue. And it was getting like crazy.
Vicious. Like I kept getting updates like, you might want to come home. Like,
and then they got that one card that's a hand.
Oh, you swap
that
hands.
You can swap hands with somebody.
It was from different games. It was from Uno and then from Uno Flash because we had both games. So they put the Uno Flash cards in there too, and there's a card with a hand on it, and that means you get to swap hands with somebody. And so it was. I mean, you'd have like 3 cards left, and somebody would have that had like a half a deck in their hand.
And that's what I did. I literally texted Robin. I said, my mom is about to get so mad. Because my mom had 2 cards
left, yeah.
2 cards. And I was just praying that somebody would change it to blue. And sure enough, here come Carol. Put out the blue card. It made it past my dad, and I just went... Scooped up all of the cards.
Handed them to his mom.
Mama.
He's like, by the way, I'm out of the will. And I told him, he's like, you need to come home. I was like, I really didn't have to go to work today. I just kind of knew.
I just knew y'all were going to be playing Uno.
Play Uno. And so I'm just waiting until all y'all get written off and it's just me left.
Yep. And so then you fast forward to Christmas morning. And we were we did not get a tree this year. We decided not to get a tree this year because the girls, we had one time where we were just financially strapped. And we told them that we would do Christmas when tax returns came in. And so when tax returns came in, we just gave them, okay, this is your budget. Let's go on a shopping spree.
We'll take you shopping. And
ever since then, they absolutely loved doing that.
And we still ask them, like, what do you want for Christmas this year? I want to go shopping, like we always do.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's not just shopping. Today was actually funny. I didn't get a chance to tell you this. Normally, I take whichever girl it is, either out to breakfast, lunch, something like that, coffee, just some special time. Well, today we left, and Ladessa says to me, she says, I want to take you out for lunch. And I was like, what? She's like, I want to pay for lunch today. I want to take you out to lunch. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, so you get to pick wherever you want to go. I'll take you out to lunch. And I was like, that was the sweetest thing. But then she knew, like, she drugged me around to like 6 different stores to get the stuff that she wanted. And I guess that was her way of saying, and she did. Everywhere we went, she would say, thank you, Mom, for taking me here. Thank you, Mom. She was just the sweetest. And I really feel like doing it that way, they really appreciate. I feel like there's way more gratitude.
Well, there's a lot of one-on-one.
Good night, Darren.
Good night, Darren. Thanks for coming, buddy. There was a lot of one-on-one time that they because
or good day, I guess it's daytime there. I guess.
Well, here's the thing, the world that we kind of live in today. A lot of folks don't have the time or even think about it to be able to spend those precious one-on-one moments with their kids. And that's our job. We have to raise these children up correctly, and the only way that you're going to get to do that is by spending one-on-one time with them.
And I don't get to spend that much because I'm off, most of the time. So, so that's really nice to be able to do. So, so back to your story, we didn't get a tree because
the girls wanted that.
Hey, Kendall, what's up?
And Blaze, with Blaze traveling, he's limited with luggage and stuff like that. And so he brought an extra sea bag home so he could, because he did not get after boot leave. So he wanted to pick up a lot of his civilian clothes and some of his different things that he could put in the other sea bag and go. Mm-hmm. So we were just getting him a Visa check card or cash.
Cash, yeah.
And then so with my parents, all they ever want every year is pictures. And so we got them ordered one of those, like we did for your grandma, that we can I'm just going to get it to where we just start emailing those pictures to their, that picture frame.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And,
probably.
Yes.
It's pretty close, yeah.
It's very close, Lost Dude. This is
we were
awesome.
up to 300 and something a minute ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And, if all of y'all could just smash that thumbs up for me, man, I would super appreciate it.
Yeah.
And because that does help the channel out.
It really does. It helps everything.
With the algorithm. And so, Robin and I, we were going back and forth about whether or not we were going to do a tree. And I said, well, how about we do this? I said, we have our chalkboard room. Why don't we let Carol draw a Christmas tree on there. Thank you, Carol. And then we'll just, the money that we would spend on the tree, let's just split that up between the 3 kids. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we did. And it was kind of hard for my mom because
Good night, Quebec.
My mom is one of those, good night, Quebec, that wants to have stuff underneath the tree. Mm-hmm. And so because of Two Family, Nana Cher, she got, as a Hanukkah gift, she got the girls their telescopes this year. Mm-hmm. They had a telescope, but it wasn't as powerful as this one.
360 said, my daughter just walked by the TV and booped both of you. Got my nose.
And so I told my mom, I said, look, they both have just fallen head over heels with going out, and because with it was the Nat Geo telescope that Nana Cher got them from Two Family. And the moment that we put it on the moon and they could see all the different craters and everything with the moon, and they were able to start to take pictures with my phone, Robin's phone, stuff like that. We have shared some of these pictures on here. They absolutely fell in love with it. So my parents got them a star map and a big universe book.
Which was really cool because it turns, the dial turns to like what day it is, what time it is, all of that. So it was really neat.
So that was super awesome, and so just being able to because of 2020 being the way that it was, this year
Homestead humor, what's up?
I think it was all about just sitting around that dining room table.
It was very much, to me, this was the year for thoughtful gifts and thoughtful time, like intentional time together. And thoughtful gifts. Not about just going out and buying junk to give to people. But it was definitely that year. I mean, for me, it was that year. All the gifts I've received have been very they were very intentional and thoughtful. Bumlin Acres, what's up, Joe?
What's up?
And so, it was all about spending time with each other, not about how many gifts you got each other.
Yeah. And we had, and the wonderful thing about those telescopes, they because Sherry did it as
yeah. So the first telescope,
right. With her doing it as a Hanukkah gift, it got here way early. And so the girls were able to use it for the Grand Conjunction, whatever, with Saturn and Jupiter. And y'all, I was this many years old the first time I saw Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah, it was really neat.
I did not know Jupiter had
a ring around it. Was it around
around one of the moons or something? I don't know.
Yeah. So the whole reason this passion started, was 3 years ago. Dee bought, because Carol had started talking about astronomy and she was interested in it. Dee actually sent a telescope for Carol to start looking through, and believe it or not, Dee, that telescope is the one that we saw the ring of Jupiter with. That was super cool. Blaze found that. Yeah.
So we had the telescope from Dee out there, the two from Nat Geo. Then my buddy Rob came up from Augusta and he brought his telescope. And we literally just went over there in the vacant lot of the church behind the building, and we were able to zoom in on it. And it was really, really cool. Now, we weren't able to, because see, the thing about astronomy that a lot of people don't, I never thought about, so I'm just assuming a lot of other people didn't think about, is because the Earth is spinning.
Yes.
When you start looking at distances that far out, it's not, you really have to almost be...
You have to adjust fairly quickly, fairly often, because it's, Yeah.
And
First time you had seen Jupiter's ring, couldn't get... Oh, you're so funny, Joe.
And so we had a very hard... We're still learning those Nat Geo scopes and trying to be able to get everything lined up.
Right.
And everything, because we have the hardest time lining up with those Nat Geo scopes. And it's just it's going to come with...
It's just practice.
Practice and experience.
Yeah.
But it was very... We couldn't switch to the more powerful lenses because we'd end up losing it. And then so as soon as we are able to work out the kinks with getting it all lined up correctly, I know there's going to be a bunch of YouTube videos out there for it. We watched a couple and we thought we had it, but I guess we didn't.
Is Wanderlust in here? Did we see him in here earlier? Mark, they made a comment about being able to sit down with Mark and be able, because I saw some posts where he took some pictures too. So I would absolutely love to get them together so that we can kind of, he can help. Because I think he would be able to help the girls a little bit with that. Yeah. So that's another goal, is to be able to do that. So. Stargazing is awesome. Glad y'all are showing your children the beauty of the stars and planets. Yeah.
And the really cool thing, there is a cool... Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and kind of plug another YouTube channel. And it's called NASA JBL. Then it's NASA's Jet Propulsion...
go ahead.
Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JBL. Or JPL.
Yeah.
And I know about it because a friend of mine that I went to high school with, we weren't like super buddies or anything, but we were decent to each other in high school. At least I hope we were, and I'm assuming that we were, because he answers me when I Facebook message him.
So that's what it is.
So I kind of take it as we were decent to each other, because, it's so long, 25, 30 years ago.
Right.
And, he is the narrator on their videos that come out. There's a video series that if you have homeschool kids, definitely
check it out.
Check it out. Sign up to this. And the playlist is What's Up, and then it's the month.
December. What's up? January. Whatever.
And he Preston basically talks about everything that you're going to be able to see in the night sky during that month. So for this month, there was a meteor shower. He tells you when the different phases of the moon are going to be.
Right.
He talked about the Great Conjunction and
Brenda.
How cool that was and everything that went into play with that. So if you have homeschool kids, or even if you don't have homeschool kids,
it's still really cool to watch.
It's still really cool to watch.
Yeah.
To be able to get your kids off of the Nintendos and outside onto telescopes. And look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. There are telescopes out there that when I was growing up was no way affordable.
Right.
No way affordable. Nowadays, like the Nat Geo telescope is a very good beginning telescope, and it's super affordable.
And
it's
if you
$60.
Right, if you keep an eye out for it, it does go on sale pretty regularly, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on and consider, getting. So. And
I think it has lit a big enough fire, especially lit a big enough fire underneath LaDessa that I think we're going to end up upgrading hers. She absolutely loves taking the pictures. I thought Carol would be
good night, Joe.
I thought Carol would be more into taking the pictures.
I really feel like she's just frustrated with not being able to focus in on stuff yet. I think once we get that eliminated, she'll be fine. Hey, April!
Major victory.
Wait, real quick. Lori Austin said, my son is in college for aeronautical engineering. That's
awesome.
Super cool. Congratulations, Lori.
Major victory. Yes, we read the Bible.
Of course we read the Bible.
In fact, my favorite Bible, I think I have right here. Isn't it? Or it's in that one.
Got caught up growing crystals with the youngins. That must have been a gift.
Yeah. There is a Bible, King James version of the Bible out there. It might be in your desk drawer right here. I don't think I took it in the house to read, but I may have. But it literally takes everything that our founding fathers did with the Declaration of Independence and basically American history, and coincides, and it'll reference what verses our founding fathers or some of our great leaders referenced when they were making different decisions. It's really that's my it's not my Bible that I go to study in my secret place, but it's definitely one that I pick up to read when I'm doing I just get in that mood. I want to learn more about this country's history.
Wow, he flies planes too, working on his pilot license. He's 18. That's
nice.
Awesome. Green Gables, Jennifer, she said that's one of the bonuses of living in North Alabama. We love the Space and Rocket Center. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What all is Carol into? Photography was something she was into. Art's really kind of her big thing right now. She's getting ready to start working with acrylic, right? Or oil?
Yes, acrylic.
Acrylic. She got a couple of gifts with some acrylic paint, and so I think she's going to start working on that. So that's her next big thing that she's going to work on. So I have a funny story. During the Christmas morning, there had been some back and forth about what the girls wanted for Christmas. And that used to be a thing that was a point of contention because the girls wouldn't really think about what they wanted, and they were supposed to get Grandmom a list, and Grandmom is one that likes to go out to Black Friday, but Black Friday was not a thing this year. So there really wasn't as much of a push to get a list. Well, the girls kind of told her that they would actually prefer to get money this year. And she had a really hard time with that. She was struggling with that because she is the traditional mom, grandmom that wants trees in every room and Santa Clauses in every room, and like even the toilet seat sings Christmas music when you flip up the seat lid.
Yeah, because it's a motion activated snowman.
Yeah. Was
not expecting that one.
Yeah, we may need to do that. Go to Huntsville for the day to the Space Center. We might have to go do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, so she's that grandmom, that mom. So it pains her to hear that she can't put a bunch of presents under a tree, right? No puppy yet. I know you've said that a couple of times. I'm sorry. I was trying not to interrupt him. We don't have an update on the puppy yet. So she was told, you know, we really, you know, because she even called like the weekend before they were coming here and said, you know, are you sure there isn't anything? Because she's just itching to put something in a box. And so that's when Jason told her about the star map and all that stuff. And so that was their input on that. So when we sat down to open presents, she gave them those first and had them open those and had us open ours, had Blaze open his. And then they were like, okay, Carol get on one end of the table, Ladessa get on the other end of the table. And so we're looking at each other, we're like, this is going to be interesting. And and then Dad says, all I'm going to say is pay attention. Good night, Kendall. And so then they start opening up the boxes and they get their little card, and the card has a little bit of cash in it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And it was a decent amount of cash.
That's awesome, Green Gables. Thank you.
So then, so then they open up the boxes. And I look over at Ladessa, and she pulls out this thing of earrings, and she's kind of looking at them. And then about the same time, Carol pulls out a hair clip. And she looks at Grandma, and she's like, I'm so confused right now. What am I supposed to be paying attention to?
Because we do have 280 folks in here, and probably a lot of y'all are the first time. Carol's our oldest daughter. Dessa's our youngest daughter. Dessa likes to have her hair long. Carol likes to have her hair short.
Yeah. So the hair clips were actually for Ladessa, and the earrings were for Carol. So she's like, oh, darn it! I swapped the boxes! So we had to stop everything we were doing, change the boxes, and then they kept going. And then they proceeded to, for like 25 minutes, digging through these boxes, trying to find little folded up dollar bills and twisted $5 bills. And so they went around looking for, you know, all their cash and stuff. It was really cool. So they had fun with it. It was a good overall, you know, the overall vibe of it was really good. So it was nice.
All right, TJ, I'll talk more about that once. We got 273 people in here. I'll talk more about that when we get 100 thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of people in here. Just hit the like button real quick, y'all.
And so I forget the channel name, and please forgive me. You asked that if we read the Bible.
Major or something.
If you're still
Victory. Major Victory.
If you're still in here, Major Victory, sir. When you go to our homepage, and there's the favorite channels there on the side. The church that we attend to virtually, their YouTube channel is right there. If you're looking for a church home, by all means, check them out. You will definitely get fed. But I'm going to warn you. It's not like your typical church that teaches religion and wants to check boxes. Okay? But by all means, check it out. That's how this got introduced to us by Jess and Jeremiah. They introduced us to this church, to this one particular preacher, and that's exactly how they introduced it to us. And so I think that is just the best introduction, the best way to kind of share it. And it's called, I always mess the guy's name up. Damon Thompson Ministries. I don't know why I have a hard time saying Damon. I always want to call it Damien.
I always want to call him Dave, so he looks like a Dave to me, but you know.
Hey Dave. But yeah, go check them out. They're definitely.
But it's definitely a meat and potatoes kind of sermon.
Yes.
So
And I'll be a 1,000% honest. Okay, when I went there the first time and started, because they also have a podcast. Okay, I was done with organized religion. I was done with a lot of the hypocrisy. I was done with a lot of the stuff. And if you're there, brother, by all means, go check that out.
Yes, definitely check it out. So
here we are, day after Christmas. No, as of right now, no, Mark. I haven't, because we haven't really, to be honest, I haven't made more and advertised them. TJ.
You're saying Mark because you saw the mark it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't advertised. We probably should have, because of New Year's. There's several people that might be having get-togethers for New Year's.
Yeah.
But, because of the situation we're all in right now, there's not as many people that are doing the whole get-together thing, so...
Yeah. Okay, so you guys see us drinking out of these beautiful handmade mugs.
Pottery
mugs. They were a gift. They arrived today.
Yes. Along with a beautiful honey container with a little honey thingamajigger.
I was just...
Well, I was going to say, so thoughtful gift. 2 years ago, I told somebody that I was really jealous of her mug collection.
They already know who it is.
Because they were beautiful and each one was individual. And that I wanted to start getting into looking at getting
we didn't bring the card.
pottery mugs instead of just the ones that you can get in the grocery store. So here we are, fast forward 2 years later, and we got a shipment in the mail today, and it was from Down Dog or some kind of pottery. We'll have to get there. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get in just a second. But anyway, out of Arkansas. So with those clues... Oh, we totally know who that is. So they arrived today, and while I do love, there are other mugs that I have received, but this one is definitely speaks to my heart because I love her mug collection, and I'm envious of her mug collection. And so we literally started downsizing. When I came home from her place, we literally started cutting back on our mugs because I was like, we don't need that one. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. So we started thinning out the mug collection to make room for stuff like this. Unfortunately, in our area, we don't really have a lot of pottery shops or anything nearby, so a lot of it would have to be online. So we're still learning about that, but in the meantime, I have my first pottery mug, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so thankful for it.
And they
so there's mine.
They really keep the tea warm. My
they
tea
really
is
do.
still
And
super
the handle's
hot.
really cool. It's got a little, almost like a little thumb. So you can hold your thumb on there.
I have somebody bringing us out the card that has the web address and everything on it. This one is mine. Well, I claimed it. I don't know if it was really meant for me or not. This one is mine. And they got that cool, I don't know if...
Yeah, there's a little maker's mark on the bottom.
Maker's mark on the bottom. I absolutely love that.
Yeah. Well, that just shows me, and I don't know if any of y'all have seen, Jess did her video of her mug that she got that Jeremiah actually had commissioned. He spoke with the artist. They know them personally, and I guess the mother is a painter. So the daughter made the mug, the mom painted it, and then she fired it. And it's absolutely, they're beautiful. So I'm really excited about having...
Yeah. And we just absolutely, we love these. And like I said, my tea is still
It's
smoking
burning
hot.
yeah. But it still lets out enough heat that like it still warms my hands, but doesn't burn them to death. Like they're really nice.
And it doesn't change the flavor of anything. It still tastes like the tea.
I think you're a mug hoarder. She's like, I love pottery mugs and want a cabinet full, but I also love my other mugs. So maybe that makes me a mug hoarder. I would say so. I would say that Chris needs to make you like a cabinet just for all your mugs. Actually, I did see, and it was something that was, I think they tagged Jess in it, but it was literally like a really tall pantry cabinet, but they did like the grids, and so each hole there was a different mug, and it was like almost floor to ceiling of just different mugs.
Yeah,
so
I got one of the kids in the house. They're fixing to bring the card that comes with it that has the stuff on it, but if they don't get here in time, because children can't find stuff when it's right there in front of their face. We'll definitely put it down in the description.
Wilma Acres, what's up?
Below.
Did you find it?
Find the other thing.
It's in. That's all we needed. Old Dog, not Down Dog.
Old Dog Pottery. I thought it had the website on it. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. This is their logo.
Dale and Lyanna.
And we're definitely going to have to put the website down.
We'll put it in the description.
Description, but it's olddogpottery.com. I don't know if it'll be able to pick it up here.
There you go.
Yeah, Old Dog Pottery.
And they're on Instagram and Facebook. I got to find them.
So go give them a like and follow them on Instagram and go shopping on their website, because from my understanding, these guys are... It's a mom and pop business, and
most pottery places are. They're not big, huge, you know, and they only make a certain amount, and then they shut down for a little while because they got to build back up their stock, and then so definitely check them out.
So support that small business, please, if you guys like these kinds of mugs.
Yeah. So
Loma Acres in the house. How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
And so we hope you guys have had a wonderful and blessed Christmas as we have. Because I think it was somebody else was in here. They hit the nail on top of the head. It's not about the presents. It's about being able to spend time with... Look at that. Mimsy's Garden. I love Mimsy.
She is. That's what I was just thinking. She's on top of it.
Boom. Right there's the link for the pottery.
And for her Facebook. Their Facebook.
JCB and Farms. What's up, guys?
Yeah. Supporting mom and pop shops for sure. Yeah. So another cool story.
Wait a minute. We got 311 folks in here and 43 likes. Can y'all go ahead and do me a solid? Smash that thumbs up for us, please.
Just
smash them. Just be like, bad thumbs up.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't even know what I was going to talk about. You just totally took me off of where I was going to go with that.
Oh, I had a good dad joke today, too. Oh, I told it to Blaze, and he didn't talk to me for like an hour.
I don't even know.
I can't even remember.
I'm like, so totally just washed out. I was just so blown away about how quickly she pulled up that. Anyway, you were talking about...
I'm talking about Old Dog Pottery.
Yeah, but then you said... It was a call.
I was talking about smashing the thumbs up with 306 people in here, or 309 in here, and 44 thumbs up.
Yep.
Thumbs it up.
Yep. So, we've got some videos coming out this week. Sorry we didn't get those out this week. It was kind of crazy with Christmas, but do we ever do a Q&A?
Sure.
Go ahead. Whatever you want. That's usually the way this is. You can throw anything in there. We'll answer it.
Now this is kind of like the Christmas kind of live stream, but normally we do have some topics that we kind of talk about.
Yeah, this one was just...
And then, but definitely if you got, at any time you guys have a question, just hit it, all caps, and we will... We'll definitely, if we don't see it right away, because I'm horrible at looking at the chat sometimes, we will definitely put it again, and we'll definitely catch it on the flip.
Yeah, we'll get it. One of us will catch it. Yeah.
So by all means, 360 Homestead, if you have a question, ask away.
That's okay if it is. It's fine. Just don't ask Jason to twerk again.
Robin will for 100 thumbs up.
I don't even know what twerking is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Robin, if we get 100 likes, Robin will go back to college and she will call the hogs live here on YouTube. Yes, she will.
What is that loud noise?
There's your kids in there playing.
Oh, okay. Well, if they're bots, at least they're not trolls.
You're so mean. So, I know a lot of folks are talking about their goals for 2021.
Yes.
Already.
We were talking about that.
And we haven't really sat down and really talked about it yet.
You may not.
We kind of announced that one of our major goals is for Robin to come home and be able to work from home by the end of 2021, which means we have to be completely out of debt. So I guess that's one of our goals. But as like homestead goals and stuff like that, YouTube goals, we haven't really sat down and talked about that yet. But next week we'll either be sharing them in the live stream, or we're gonna do a video about it.
Yep.
And so I know we're going to put out the membership stuff in 2021. So that'll be out there.
Hashtag Taco Pop Tarts for 2021.
Who said that?
No, I'm saying that.
No. Yes.
Definitely gonna do that this year. Let's see. So, I thought she was going.
Who?
She must be back.
Back again.
Brenda. She went to eat, I guess, and came back.
Yeah.
She couldn't stay away. So this is one thing. So we were talking about planting gardens. And one thing I have seen, I think Farmer Meemaw posted it. She said, is anyone else, the day after Christmas, do you count that as your first day of gardening season? And there were several people that were like, I still got stuff in the garden. Like, what are you talking about? Garden season just now starting. But there are a lot of people who start thinking about, planning out their spring garden and summer garden, pretty quickly. So, that's one of the things.
That's what we have to talk about, Lost Dude. It is definitely
on the table.
On the table.
Yeah. How did your ham canning session go? We haven't done it yet. We're probably going to do that tomorrow because we cooked 2 of our own hams, right? Did you cook them both or just one? Just one.
Just one, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, so we got to cook the other one.
Now, we grinded that one up.
Oh, that's
for
right.
sausage.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna.
Thank you, Mr. Laxative. Appreciate that. We try to keep everything moving around here. We try to make sure everybody has a moving experience. Here on the Big Bear Homestead, we try to keep things fertile. And, we really try. We try hard not to let things get backed up. And sometimes it's hard. I mean, sometimes you just get a little bit too much cheese in your diet and things just lock down. And
or as I have recently found out, eggplant chips.
We try to keep things. We try to make sure everybody gets their proper amount of fiber.
Oh my god.
But in all joking aside, thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting.
So moving.
Do us a favor, there, Mr. Laxative. Mash that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it.
Oh man.
So. What was I talking about?
I don't even know. I can't even, we were talking about planning out the garden and this, some people are starting to plan out what they're going to do for the spring and the summer garden.
Yeah. Well, see, our garden's still kind of moving. We've got to harvest some more cabbage. We've got cauliflower for the first time. We've got Brussels sprouts for the first time. I mean, I can sit here and honestly say to you guys that right now, we are, as long as we don't mess up and miss planting something or have a huge crop fail, our goal for the 2020 goal, it may have taken us to the end of 2020, but we're pretty much there now.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID gave us the huge hiccup with it, and kind of might have
threw everything around.
Everything around. Thank you, Mr. Laxative. But we still kind of here by the end of the year. We haven't gone to the grocery store in about a month. And the only stuff that we really have to get now from the grocery store is sugar, flour, rice, and pasta. Even though we're probably going to take pasta off the list because we're going to start making it with sourdough.
You have a great captain of the ship, Big Bear. She keeps it on track. Yes, prayers to Mark Avera's family, House of Avera Road. Yes, absolutely, Grace.
Yes. We talked about that in the beginning of the live stream. Grace, the Homestead community took a major loss this week with the loss of Mark. And so we all are mourning. Mourning that loss.
So Anna says that it's time for her to start pepper seeds. I'm so hesitant to start because I'm gonna tell you, we thought we were gonna have a mild winter. It was 19 degrees this morning, y'all.
I was talking about cabbage and cauliflower and how it's our first broccoli. Lost Dude's bringing us back in.
Yeah.
You know, so because you were talking about how we still have some.
Good night, Chris.
We still got stuff in the garden, and I'm super stoked about. No, it's okay, Grace.
No big deal.
No big deal. You just got 14 demerits for being late. 14 demerits.
Drop down and give me 20.
And but you know, it's getting close to that time to start your garden planning. At least your planning.
Yeah, my planning, I've been kind of toying around with starting. And so I've kind of I know it's coming. It's coming soon. So I will definitely be, I started pulling out the, we started pulling out the whole seed catalog to kind of look at what kind of new things have come in. And so that's...
Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and interrupt right here. If anybody has extra Star of David okra seeds,
yes,
please send us an email. We need to do some trading. If you have extra, we don't want to take what you got, but if you do have extra, we would love to trade,
barter with you.
To trade with you. We think we have some that we were able to save this year, but once again, kids, they just combined a lot of the okra seeds, and we absolutely fell in love with that okra this year. The texture, the flavor, everything about it. And
they're very prolific, the whole nine. So, yeah. So anybody with Star of David, I won't wait to buy seeds this year. No, we're getting ready to, I'm actively putting together my list. Now, I do have a pretty good, setup of what we have available. But one thing this year that I did was I eliminated the ones that I don't need to purchase again. The ones that I know that, I can grow them, they're beautiful, but they have no flavor. Or, they were almost impossible to get them to fruit or whatever. So, we have some Clemson spineless. We just don't have any... I don't know how many Star of Davids we're going to actually end up with, because we also have some Alabama Reds, which are the same shape pretty much as the Star of David, but they have a red streak in them. So night dock. So that's kind of where we're at with the Star of Davids. But there's a lot of different seeds that, you know, they have a new carrot that looks absolutely amazing. It looks a lot like a cosmic purple. And so we're definitely going to do that. I may or may not have another tab open with Baker Creek cart as we speak. That's funny. There's y'all need to check out the new okra that they have put out. It's supposed to grow like, I think they said 500 pods per year.
Time out.
What?
Call the hogs. We got 100 likes.
Nuh-uh. How did that happen?
We got 100.
Where did that come from?
102. Call them.
Are Kalima beans still your favorite? No, they are not still my favorite.
Okay, don't try to change the subject.
Woo, pig suey.
No, do it right.
I'm not doing it.
Come on,
I didn't
104.
agree to
Yes,
it.
you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said,
I did not.
Yes, you did. Don't make us go in reverse.
How many Alabama seeds do you have? I don't know. They're not red. They're green, but they have a red streak in them.
Come on.
Do you know how to do it? Will you do it with me?
I don't know how to do it, but if you tell me, I'll do it with you.
I don't want to do this.
Come on, 112. Look, they're going to have it up to 280 by the time you actually do it. So come on, let's do it.
Okay. Woo! Pig suey. Woo! Pig suey. Woo! Pig suey. Arkansas Razorbacks. There you go.
Whoop, whoop. So she did it. That was awesome. Thank you guys for making it hit the one.
How did we go from 30 to 100 like that?
The last time I looked, it was like 49.
It was at 39 the last time I looked.
When Mr. Laxative was talking, it was at like 140.
Yes, I did it at the Shindig. Look, y'all get to watch it now. We're watching it in the feed.
It was at like 44, and then I looked up and it was like 100. I was like, yes.
Y'all killing me. Look at all these people arguing now.
Thank you guys so much.
Look at Anita. Anita, I could feel you. She said, I'll do it with you in spirit. So anyway, oh, my dogs be looking at the screen. So anyway, as far as planting the garden, we definitely have a lot of different things that we need to kind of take into consideration. Terry asked if my favorite bean is still the Kalima bean. As far as bush beans, it is, but I am growing very fond of I believe it's the purple teepee. And the reason for that is because it is such a dark, rich purple that it has those antioxidants in them, the anthocyanin or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And so we eat a lot of raw beet. Like, I would like to have those in my garden because my kids tend to snack during the summer. And so having those out there, even if it's just to pick and snack on as a raw green bean.
Good night, Anna. Thank you so much. April, take over with the links, please.
So with that in mind, that's why I want to have those there. So that's the motivation to have those purple teepees in there.
No, Jason doesn't twerk again until we hit 300 likes.
So
300 likes.
Then with the one thing that it made a huge difference this year. Even doing 2 rounds of bush beans, we still produced more in just the 12 or 15 plants that I put on the trellis. We got way more green beans out of that than we did out of all of the planting of the bush beans. So I am definitely now a believer in the pole bean. We just had to find which pole beans we liked the most. So that's the one that we ended up choosing. Are you guys ever going to grow herbs and spices like nutmeg? I don't know about nutmeg, but we had a very successful year with oregano. It's still in my bed. We grew it successfully in the spring. It struggled a little bit in the summer, but once we started getting some really heavy rain, it did wonderfully. And now we've even pulled out the eggplant, and it's basically taking over the bed.
And you did very well with echinacea. You tried echinacea for the first time
I have
this year.
echinacea, but you can't harvest the echinacea the first year. You have to wait till the second year. So crossing my fingers that they will die back and then come back the next year. Yeah. I had a 4-foot row of pole beans and was getting 1.5 pounds off of it a day. Yeah, I was sick of beans. Yeah. Let's see.
Till the end of May, PH Homestead. To be honest, PH, it doesn't seem like our growing season ever really ends.
You just have to know what things to grow in your area. That was a huge thing for us. Was at the end of last summer, not this summer, but the one before, we started growing stuff for the winter. And we had a mild winter, and so we learned that we could grow a lot of things throughout the winter, and to the point where I had to physically pull everything out for us to do the summer stuff. Like, I had to remove everything and go back. And so that was kind of what, we had to learn what things we could grow in the certain seasons. And so, like, this morning is a good example. It was 19 degrees. Normally, I would be like, oh my God, I lost everything. Like, I don't cover anything. Oh my gosh, I lost everything. Well, we didn't. Because everything that we have planted is frost hardy. Not frost tender, but frost hardy. So while it may look like everything was kind of like, it's cold, because they were. I mean, one thing I was telling Jason that was really cool is our cabbage plants, normally in the middle of the day, all the leaves are out and it looks like the Cabbage Patch Kids emblem, or the logo. But this morning, they were like closed in on themselves. Like they were literally trying to close in on themselves to keep themselves warm. And so it was really cool that we could see that. No, we did not start them from seed.
Hey, Game Rancher.
So that was really, kind of cool. But even like the Brussels sprouts, they were all kind of wilted over on themselves. But by midday, they were back up and, just perfect. So everything is still doing really well. We've got some cabbages that we're going to harvest and do all of that. So, yeah. All right.
Well, guys, we've been on for a little over an hour.
Yeah.
We hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Thank you to everybody who shared out our live stream. We got up over 300 people tonight, and that is probably the best Christmas gift ever. So for those of you that helped shared it out and got it out there, we got 152 likes. That just really warms Robin and I's heart. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for making that happen, whether it was bots or trolls or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
We still appreciate it. Appreciate you guys picking our channel to come and hang out with for the time that we were on. We hope that all of you guys were able to spend time with family and friends during this Christmas season. And boom, we are going to just hope and look, just because it goes from December 31st, 2020 to January 1st, 2021, doesn't mean everything's just going to stop and go. You still have to look out for your neighbors, still look out for one another and be kind to one another. And hopefully 2021 will be a little bit better, but don't expect it on January 2nd to be back to the way it was in 2019, because that is just unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. And Robin and I will always remind you to plant smiles,
Grow giggles,
and harvest the love, baby. Yeah. Be kind to one another, recycle, reuse, repurpose, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for all you new people. Come back.